Edward Elgar and George Bernard Shaw. But the strongest, the most important relationship was with Shaw's wife, Charlotte.
As for feeling at home with you, that is not the word. I do not wish to feel at home. You are more completely restful than anyone I know, and that is surely better. Homes are ties, and with you I am quite free somehow. You remain the solitary woman who lets me feel at ease with her.
In the midst of all this, Lawrence was head deep in a complex mosaic of fantasy and degradation. In the Tank Corps, he met a young Scotsman, John Bruce, who joined him in a saga of hurt and lies.
You wanted to see me, Ted?
I've just heard from the old man again. I'm in disgrace. He's decided I have to be punished.
In the parcel you will find a birch. The punishment is to be administered with it. The sentence is 12 strokes, and unless he strips, the birch is quite ineffective. I can't do it, Ted.
You must. It has to be done. The old man will make my life a misery otherwise. He'll reveal my ancestry. Please. I'm willing, Jock. Did his face remain pale to the end of his punishment? Did he take his whipping as something he had earned? Is he sorry after it? Give me one more, just for luck. The more we can hurt his feelings, the better. Thanks. Good job.
There was no old man. Lawrence wrote the letters. Lawrence chose the punishments. He believed he had failed the Arabs in Dahomey, and that he had enjoyed illicit pleasure in the beating by the Turks. He repeated the whippings again and again. Concerned for his sanity, his friends intervened, and he was transferred to the RAF and sent to India. But the public Lawrence would not die. A rebellion broke out near his base, and the English press falsely blamed him for it. He was rushed back to England. Transferred to Plymouth, his last 3 years in the RAF were happy and productive. In February 1935, he was discharged, aged 47.
What I have done, what I am doing, what I am going to do, puzzle me and bewilder me.
But even in retirement, they could not leave him alone. The fascist party and its violent meetings were causing the Secret Service concern, and the fascists wanted Lawrence for a figurehead. The government knew as well of his correspondence with Hitler's cabinet over the diaries of Roger Casement, the executed Irish traitor. Shudders were running up and down Whitehall spines.
I've been asked to have a look into this Lawrence business. Seems our friends from the Anglo-German Fellowship have been dangling job offers in front of him.
Osler?
Not directly. Basically, they want him for the prestige value. Lawrence of Arabia for fascism, you know, sort of thing. Williamson's involved, and Lady Astor. As yet, he's given no indication of agreement. But place some surveillance on that house of his in Dorset, will you?
He's becoming rather a nuisance. This latest letter of his to the Germans requesting their copies of the casement diaries. Any instructions on that?
Not yet. The commander wants it all kept quiet for now. God help us, though, if Lawrence ever does decide to tell all. There's more than one high-flying kind he could bring down. And he's bloody-minded enough to do it.
Something will have to be done about him. You can't just let him range free.
Yes. I'll consider recommending some form of action.
On the 13th of May, 1935, Lawrence sent a telegram confirming a meeting with the fascists about a possible conference with Hitler. It was never to take place. Though a civilian, he was taken to a military hospital. The camp was placed under maximum security. All ranks warned that they were under the Official Secrets Act, and 2 security men were posted in his room. He was in a coma for 6 days. Death came on May the 21st, 1935. So many questions remain unanswered. Why did the soldier give evidence that he saw the black car and the 2 boys did not? Why was the soldier ordered not to speak to the press about the car? Who was the driver? Why did the army question the boys and not the police? Who removed papers and documents from Clouds Hill after his death? What at first seems straightforward dissolves into illusion.
I expect that Ned and all my boys will do something important with his life.
He gave me the purest affection, love, and respect that I've ever received from anyone.
He was a person of more than usual dignity, and I was merely a sparrow.
There was always something he was not satisfied with, even as a small child, a secret something of unhappiness.
All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their minds wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men. For they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
Now stay tuned as Robert McNeil begins a 9-part series on the amazing history of the English language. The premiere of The Story of English is next on Channel 50.
Because it is...
There
Y Harburg. The E was for Edgar, the Y for Yipsel. His nickname, the Yiddish word for squirrel, because he was always squirming and bouncing and wriggling and squiggling with excitement. Yipsela, Yipper, Yip.
Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream.
Follow the fellow who follows a dream. That's me. Yep. I believe in dreams, good ones, bad ones. I'm a rainbow hustler. I believe in rainbows as something to dream about, to gaze at, to fall in love over.
On the day I was born, said my father, said he, I've an elegant legacy waiting for ye. 'Tis a rhyme for your lips and a song for your heart, to sing it whenever the world falls apart. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows a dream. 'Twas a sumptuous gift to bequeath to a child. Oh, the lure of the song kept her feet running wild. For you never grow old, and you never stand still. With weeping we'll singing beyond the next hill. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows a dream. Follow the fellow, follow the fellow, follow the fellow who follows a dream.
They used to tell me I was building a dream, and so I followed the mob. When there was earth to plow or guns to bear, I was always there, right there on the job.
They used to tell me I was building a dream, with peace and glory ahead. Why should I be standing in line, just waiting for bread?
Once I built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime?